King Sports is back. What's up, everyone? King Sports with another video. Today's video is going to be my NFL teams ranked after free agency. So I'm ranking every teams based on how good they're going to be before the draft. I'll do one after the draft, see if anyone moves up, bumps down. But this is mine as of right now after free agency. If you haven't already, smash that subscribe button, smash the like button. Go hit up the Twitter, follow the Twitter. It has juicy content on there, like NFL rumors, signing, trades, everything there is juicy. Go follow that. With that being said, let's hit up number 32 with the Houston Texans. This one, I know this isn't going to shock many people because the Texans are pretty much in rebuild mode. They are working around a new head coach. They're trying to find their next franchise quarterback. If David Mills, or whatever his name is, if he's going to be the next franchise quarterback. Guess the coaches said they're working around him, that he might have a shot. I'm not sure. They did sign Brandon Cooks to a 2-year extension, so he's back for a little longer. They could use another wide receiver. Their defense could use some work. Yeah, they have 2 picks in this year's first rounder of the draft. So they could use that to get some top weapons on there, like rebuilding the offensive line, maybe get some defense pieces. So yeah, they're pretty much rebuild mode. With that being said, number 31 is the Jacksonville Jaguars. They are working with a new head coach. They're trying to get everything together. They have their next franchise quarterback. They signed some wide receivers. Their defense got to play better, though. Their defense needs to be better. I have them ranked number 31 because it's not all there yet. They still have to piece everything back together. Trevor Lawrence might have a better year this year coming up than he did have in his rookie year. With that being said, my 30th is the Detroit Lions. Detroit Lions, they're just trying to fill holes and trying to see if Jared Goofball is their next quarterback, franchise quarterback. Which I don't think it is. They could use some defense help. Filling the holes, like they got their head coach. Their head coach seems really good. They were losing a lot of games last year, but they were just losing barely. Like, they were a good team, but they just couldn't win, if that makes sense. There was a lot of close games that could have went their way if they would have played better at the first half. But I think they'll do better. I think they'll be better next year. They have 2 first-round picks this year in the NFL draft, with number 2 being 1 and number 32nd. With that being said, my 29th is the Falcons. The Falcons could be like moved up. Well, not not like they could be like number 30. Let's just say move down. Here we go. That's better. Move down because they like traded Matt Ryan, so now they have Marcus Mariota as quarterback, and I don't know about him being quarterback. I think they're in rebuild mode though, because they still need a lot of work. They have a new head coach, I believe. Wide receivers, I don't know who they have. I think their best receiver is Kyle Pitts, the tight end. And it's just about to be his second year, but they really don't have a quarterback to throw it to him. Patterson, he's good. They brought him back. The running back could be probably the only thing helping them. Their defense, I don't know. Their defense could be better. That being said, number 28, I have the New York Giants. And the Giants are looking for their next franchise quarterback, because they could be, saying Daniel Jones is their franchise quarterback, but I don't think he is. They have a new head coach. Basically, they just need to fill holes and stay healthy. Like, the running back needs to stay healthy. What else? Defense got to play better. Wide receivers got to play better, stay healthy. They just got to piece everything back together. I'm trying to think of the running back's name, and I can't think of his name. Like, it's right there on the top of my head, and I can't remember his name. Saquon Barkley, that's his name. They got to keep him healthy, get him going. He hasn't really started his career that much because he's been injured off and on. With that being said, number 27 is the Seattle Seahawks. They're pretty much in rebuild mode, just because Pete Carroll don't want to say it. They are looking for a next franchise quarterback because they traded Russell Wilson away. They're saying it could be Drew Lock. I don't think it will be, personally. Filling holes in the team, working, try to get that defense back together, because they released Bobby Wagner. Yeah. With that being said, number 26, I got the New York Jets. The Jets, I mean, I think the Jets are like going to be a good team soon. They got some good players. They need to get Zach Wilson, like, another receiver, and like gotta keep him confident, and gotta keep him like safe. They just gotta get everything together and like work as a team, and just play stronger and better. So yeah, with that being said, the Commanders number 25. Couple questions is Wentz the answer? Would the defense play better next year? Getting everything back together. Chase Young did get hurt. Going into the year last year, Washington Commanders was predicted to be the top defense, and they wasn't. It was like the defense wasn't playing good, playing their hardest. I think that needs to change. The defense needs to start playing better. We got to see how Carson Wentz does with the new team, new receivers. Yeah, with that being said, number 24, I got the Chicago Bears. The Bears just got to see what Justin Fields can do. They got a new head coach. Their defense is out of Khalil Mack. They traded Khalil Mack away. So, what's going to happen there? Is their defense going to get worse or better? They traded away, or they didn't sign Allen Robinson, so we gotta figure out wide receivers for Justin Fields. Yeah, they just gotta put everything back together, put it together. Got a new head coach. Got to see what he's capable of. With that being said, number 23, I got the Carolina Panthers. They're one of those teams that's good, but got a couple pieces that they need to be good. I think they need a quarterback. Sam Darnold saying he's going to be better, but he's been saying that since he came in the league, and it hasn't happened. So I'm pretty sure they need to draft a quarterback. Christian McCaffrey, he got to stay healthy. Every year he plays 2 games, then he's hurt for 6, and then he comes back out and plays 3 snaps, and he gets hurt again, and goes out for a couple games, and his injuries are messing up his career. He's a really good running back. He just needs to stay healthy. Defense got to play better. Depends on if they bring back Stephon Gilmore. They could be in need of another cornerback if they don't bring him back. With that being said, my number 22nd is Minnesota Vikings. Minnesota Vikings, they shocked me last year. Their defense was not good for some reason. They got a new head coach. And the question is this Kirk Cousins' last year? Is he still a top quarterback, or is he getting older and starting to not play like he used to? They got pieces with the wide receiver like Justin Jefferson. They just got to put everything back together and play better. With that being said, my number 21st is the Pittsburgh Steelers. And it's just, I put them down here so low because right now it's just the quarterback battle. Which of the 3 quarterbacks is going to be their next franchise quarterback, if any of them. Plus, wide receivers need to step up. They did lose Juju Smith-Schuster. The defense is still a top defense, so that's probably going to keep them from dropping any farther. Yeah, there's not much with the Steelers. I don't think the Steelers are going to be that bad. They got one of the best coaches, Mike Tomlin. So I'm pretty sure he's going to coach one of these quarterbacks to be a good quarterback. Chase Claypool got to play better. Johnson, he could play better. He did good last year. With that being said, my number 20th is the Colts. Colts just got to get everything together. The defense got to play better. They got Matt Ryan, so could that help them? Matt Ryan. Could the receivers break out? They got Jonathan Taylor. I think Jonathan Taylor might carry the team like he did kind of last year. So that's why they're kind of ranked high. Again, they just gotta play better. Matt Ryan has to have a good year. One of his last years in his career, he got to just play better. It will be hard though because it is a new team, new receivers. They haven't had that chemistry yet, so there could be mistakes because they don't know how he plays. But with that being said, number 19 is the Saints. I got the Saints 19 because they got a new head coach. Although he was one of the coaches last year. I think he was a defensive coordinator because Sean Payton stepped down. They're still looking for their next franchise quarterback, I believe. They could use another wide receiver. Michael Thomas is coming back. He just got to stay healthy and start playing like he used to a couple years ago, a top wide receiver. Yeah, there's really not much there. Defense got to play a little better. They did get a piece in the defense. They could be signing Tyrann Mathieu, so that will be better. With that being said, number 18 is the New England Patriots. No, they have no Josh McDaniels anymore. They have a young team. They gotta figure out how the players are gonna be working, how good they're going to be. They lost J.C. Jackson. They could use another receiver, but again, it's the Patriots. One of the best coaches in history, maybe the best coach, and Bill Belichick. So I don't know. You can't just cut out Bill Belichick of the playoffs. Anything can happen. I don't know. Last year's shocking, first round elimination in the playoffs. So the Bills that bad was shocking. I think they still have some experience that some players have to have. With that being said, number 17 is the Tennessee Titans. They just gotta keep playing hard and stay healthy. I don't know what happened last year. They were the number 1 seed in the playoffs, and then they lost to the Bengals after giving them 10 or 11 sacks. I can't remember. Maybe they're looking for their next franchise quarterback. Is this Ryan Tannehill's last couple years? They got another wide receiver. They let go of who did they have? I think they had Julio Jones. They released him, but they did pick up Robert Woods. They traded for him from the Rams, so that's a plus. Derrick Henry just got to stay healthy, got to keep pushing. And the team's there, kind of. It's just, I don't know, Ryan Tannehill was playing not Ryan Tannehill. But with that being said, number 16 is the Eagles. This could move up. They need another cornerback. They kept getting beat last year. They could use a wide receiver. Actually, they really do need a wide receiver. And they could fix that in the draft. They got to stay healthy. There was a couple players getting hurt last year. Like the running backs was getting hurt. You got to keep playing hard. They could use some more defense help, like linebackers. Yeah, with that being said, number 15 is the San Francisco 49ers. They're a good team. They're there. They just got to move on from Jimmy G. Give Lance the starting position and give him the team. Got to put it all together. They got Debo. I don't know, though, because Debo wants his money. He's seeing all these wide receivers getting these big contracts, and as of now, Debo has unfollowed every 49ers, all the 49ers on every social media that he has, deleted all the pictures with them. So it's not looking good right now. If the 49ers want to keep him, they gotta give him a contract that he wants. He wants like a total of like $111 million in total. So yeah, they just gotta keep working, like keep plugging. They gotta definitely move on from Jimmy G. Yeah, Jimmy G is probably the reason. Yeah, Jimmy G is the reason why last in the playoffs didn't last long, because he threw a pick. Yes, Trey Lance is like younger and he's not experienced much, but I think it's time that they move on from Jimmy G. Now, with that being said, number 14 is the Cowboys. Now, the Cowboys are ranked lower than usual because they lost a lot of key players and they really haven't done much in free agency. They lost Amari Cooper. They traded him for a bag of Doritos. They lost Randy Gregory. I shouldn't say they lost him. Denver stole him from him. Zeke just gotta play better, play like his contract. His contract, he's playing like not what his contract is worth. Yeah, they just gotta put it all together. They could probably use another wide receiver. Some defense. I don't know. They just have to work it together to get it back. They could. I don't know. Maybe they're fooling us. Maybe they don't need these players like Amari Cooper and Randy Gregory, and they could come out next year being a good team. I'm not saying they're not. I'm just saying they got worse. With that being said, number 13, I have the Cardinals. They got to keep Kyler Murray safe and healthy. They lost him with a couple games last year. And the pressure of the Rams cost them so much in the playoffs last year. I thought that would be more of a run for the Cardinals in the playoffs than they actually did. The players got to stay healthy. Like Hopkins got to stay healthy. He has to play better. I mean, he could play better. I'm not really sure. He got hurt and just never came back. So that destroyed the team. They did lose Christian Kirk. They lost him in free agency, so that could hurt because Christian Kirk was a good player. They do got Rondale Moore. I think that's his name. Could be wrong. I know his last name is Moore. I just can't remember what his first name is. He's a young receiver. They just gotta stay healthy and keep pushing it. And that means that number 12 is the Las Vegas Raiders. They got a new coach and Josh McDaniels. Plus, they got Davante Adams in the trade, and they signed Chandler Jones. So they just got to plug all that together. Last time, shoot, I lost my train of thought. Last time Josh McDaniels was a head coach, didn't go well. They did get Adams, but does Derek Carr and Adams still have that chemistry that they had in college? I don't know. Things changed. The way that they played might have changed. They do have Chandler Jones. So is Chandler Jones is he going to be good with the defense? He's got to plug everything in. I think the Raiders could be one of the sleeper teams, but they are in a hard division though. That being said, number 11 is the Baltimore Ravens. They just got to stay healthy. Last year in week 1 they lost all their running backs. People kept getting hurt. Lamar Jackson got hurt mid-season last season, and they didn't know if he was going to come back. They said he would come back in the playoffs, and then ended up not making the playoffs, so that hurt them. They just got to play better. Baltimore Ravens, I think they're going to be back up there. With that being said, the Packers are number 10 because they were a top 5 team, but with them losing Adams, it's gonna be hard for them being a good team because Aaron Rodgers has no weapons unless they draft a wide receiver. How you gonna give Aaron Rodgers a big contract and him not having weapons? Who's he gonna throw it to? Himself? I don't know. The running back and the defense is probably going to carry the team if they don't get a good wide receiver. And who knows, Rodgers might not want to play for the team if they don't get a good wide receiver. With that being said, number 9 is the Kansas City Chiefs. They did lose Tyreek Hill, but I got them low because right now they lost Hill and they added some new wide receivers like Juju and Marquez Valdes-Scantling. I don't know how you pronounce that dude's name. How is Patrick Mahomes and those two wide receivers chemistry going to be? How's the relationship going to be? Are they going to be like Tyreek Hill, or is it going to be a little harder because they're new together? They're new working together. Plus, they got Justin Reed as safety. They didn't bring back Tyrann Mathieu. So, how is that going to work? Although it's Andy Reid, you can't tell Andy Reid that he's not going to be in the playoffs. So, I don't know. It's hard saying. The Chiefs were almost in the Super Bowl again. The defense was just first Patrick Mahomes would pick, and then the defense couldn't stop the running game, so they could use some defense run stoppers. Who knows? So with that being said, number 8 is the Miami Dolphins. I got them high because they got a new head coach, a good head coach. They have, like I said, Tyreek Hill, so the best wide receiver duo. The fastest, Tyreek Hill and Waddle. Plus new head coach. The defense just gotta step up a little bit. I think the Dolphins can be a good team. With that being said, number 7 is the Denver Broncos. They have a new coach and Nathaniel Hackett from Green Bay. Plus, they added Russell Wilson and Randy Gregory from the Cowboys. So, is that defense going to be playing better? They were already a top 5 defense last year, so are they going to be number 1? Plus, like, how is the chemistry / relationship going to be with Russ and the wide receivers? The Broncos, I don't know. I think they're going to lose Melvin Gordon because right now the Ravens are talking to him about a contract. The Broncos did bring back Kareem Jackson yesterday to a 1-year deal. They're talking to Bryce Callahan about bringing him back. I don't know. The Broncos could be another sleeper team. With that being said, number 6, I got the Cleveland Browns. The Cleveland Browns was a good team 2 years ago. They just had a bad year because Baker was hurt. So he wasn't connected with his receivers. Defense stepped up a lot. So I just think Baker played through the injury, but I think they're number 6 because they got Deshaun Watson, but they got to figure out what's going on with him. If he's going to play, the whole year, then that's going to be good. That's going to be really, really good. How is it going to be with him and Amari Cooper? Plus, if they bring Jarvis Landry back, they're talking about bringing him back. They just have to put everything together and figure out this whole Deshaun Watson thing. If Deshaun Watson does not get to play the whole year and he's suspended some games, it's going to be hard telling what they're going to do. Are they going to put Baker in as quarterback? I don't think that'll work because I don't think Baker really wants to play for them anymore. And he's just ready to get out of there because he's mad because he put that team on his back and carried them to the playoffs, and they just throw him out like that. That being said, number 5 is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I got them low, but again, it's Tom Brady. That he could be back in the Super Bowl like that. They did lose their head coach. The head coach stepped down. But I could also see them back in the Super Bowl. I really don't have much to say about the Buccaneers. I just have teams that were good last year, but then really good, but then got way better. So with that being said, number 4 is the Los Angeles Chargers. They got a good coach. They got to stay healthy, though. There was a couple times that a couple of players was hurt. They got better with Khalil Mack. They traded for Khalil Mack, and they signed J.C. Jackson. So that defense can be better. Plus, Herbert's a really good quarterback. They brought back both their wide receivers. They're really good. You just gotta plug everything together. The receivers gotta play harder, and yeah, they're I think they're another sleeper team. Like, I would watch out for the Chargers. Number 3 is Buffalo Bills. They were good last year. They just got better with not Patrick Mahomes. They got better with Von Miller this year. They signed Von Miller. They just gotta beat Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs. They just gotta keep trucking, keep going. Yeah, really not much to say with the Bills. Number 2, I got the Bengals. I got the Bengals because they wasn't in the Super Bowl last year, and I think the only reason why they lost is because they need to move on from Eli Apple. They just need to replace him. And I got them at number 2 because they got stronger with the offensive line, super stronger. Yeah, I think the Bengals are gonna be really good again next year. And then number 1, I got the Rams, because they're the Super Bowl champs. They didn't lose much; they just lost Von Miller, but they added Bobby Wagner. They lost Robert Woods, and I don't know. They could drop because OBJ tore his ACL, so he might not be back until like half the year, mid-season next year if they bring him back. They just gotta keep their foot on the gas and keep going. But who knows? Maybe they'll be back-to-back Super Bowl champs, like they said in the parade. Yeah. With that being said, that is the end of my video. Thanks for watching, and again, if you haven't already, smash the subscribe button, like the oh my goodness, like the video if you like the video, comment whatever your comments are, tell me what you think of the video, follow the Twitter. It has some good stuff going on right now, like one of the questions I was asking was about the Eagles, so you gotta go check that out. So yeah, go follow that, and I'll see you on the next video. King Sports is out.